So I want to talk about a very sensitive and important subject in nowadays society and mentality and telepathically thing. It's about the two-sided stuff we have: impulsivity and compulsivity. Impulsivity, at first, it's I call it a plus or the male energy, and compulsivity is more like a minus and the female energy. Or I may design to like yin and yang. I don't know if it fits or not, but I felt to do it. So impulsivity is, I give this example because it's in trend now. A white guy marries a white girl. He has a fear that his wife will leave for a bigger, maybe a black man guy. Maybe his wife never even thought of that situation, but just because he subconsciously sends this fear to her because they share the same bed, the same life and stuff. He sends this fear to her and maybe even tells her not to do that, please. That not to becomes the taboo. Taboo will be the forbidden fruit. You can have all the wealth in the world, all the fruits and so on, but you will still desire that forbidden fruit, like in Eden, Garden of Eden. Like God said, you can have all the fruits here: bananas, kiwis, ananas, pineapple, I don't know, watermelon, whatever you want, but not that apple tree. And of course, when something is forbidden, you can have everything in the world. For example, you can have 900,000 dollars, but you can't have those last $10. And you have all those 900,000, but you will still think about, why can I have those 10 too? Those $10. And you will think about it. And it's like a seed. You put in the ground. First, it's like a seed. Okay, I have the rest, doesn't matter. But because you don't have it, it becomes like an obsession. And that seed grows bigger and bigger and bigger. And those $10 will at some point be more important to you than those $900,000. So we'll think of those. But let me get back to the story, because I made a story about this. It's a nice story. So, that guy marries the white girl. And he says, please don't go for a bigger or a black guy. And that not to becomes a taboo. Taboo is the forbidden fruit. You can have all the wealth in the world for free, except a little, for example, a little gray stone. In your mind, when you have it all, wait, second page. When you have it all, your mind starts thinking of that little gray stone. I have all but that little, between inverted commas, useless fucking stone. And she goes to bed and she becomes addicted or obsessed with the fact that she doesn't have that gray little stone. She can't stop thinking of it when she cooks, when she washes. Always that little gray stone comes to her mind. When she touches the diamonds, the pearls, the smaragds, she says, you are so much better, better looking, better worth. I will love you forever. But the girl does not forget that little gray stone. That little gray stone will become in her mind worthier and worthier, or more worth, I don't know the superlative of this, so worthy that she will give her first her green smaragd for that, but the gray stone, and we may and when she exchanges the little gray stone after a while, the little gray stone thinks of another owner because nobody likes needy. And the woman feels that it says, please don't go. I'll give you the amethyst, the blue crystal. The gray stone takes it, and after a while, the gray stone, because it doesn't forget, or maybe because it still wants another owner, plans an escape. The woman says, because maybe she's aware of the intentions, I'll give you all my wealth. Please just stay along and never have another owner. Please. The Greystone takes all the worth and it still is not satisfied. The woman feels it and she has no more to give to keep the Greystone with her. She has a few choices. One, to accept that she was a bee and demeaned the gray stone when she had the rainbow colored stones. She was shallow. Maybe that gray stone was much better or worth 1,000 blue diamonds, but she demeaned its worth and she becomes conscious of this. She understands that she was shallow and wrong. She accepts it, and with understanding, much of the obsession goes away. She's cured of this obsession. She will be contained. The gray stone maybe never wanted another owner, but just because it was refused for other stones, that gray little stone was smart and not needy and contained with self worth, and it won her whole kingdom. But love between these two, I mean, true love will never be. She only wanted the gray stone because she couldn't have it, because she had it all, and the gray stone overtook her because it was refused in the past. Now you want me. I'll go to another. Maybe for just for sort of revenge in saying it's mine. Let's see, page 6. So, in this story, the girl was compulsive, or became because she had it all, but that little in between inverted commas insignificant stone, that stone became obsession to her, and she became impulsive by selling or trading the other crystals, diamonds, pearls for it. The girl, the gray stone, got the too much needy attention. It got bored and wanted something new. I don't know if for revenge or being because it was belittled and ignored, or just spontaneous because it found a new because of that it found a new owner. So all in all, impulsivity. You do what compulsivity you tells you to. Holding in too much compulsivity at some point becomes impulsivity, meaning doing stuff you can control and have no rational explanation or remorse for. Think of compulsivity as thoughts, feelings you want to push in a luggage until the luggage overflows and you just start being impulsive or angry by trying to shove them in with your feet, arms, or whatever necessary. So compulsivity are refrain impulses. Like you put something inside, you refrain. And impulsivity is the way to deal with unconscious, unaware, inner frustrations or anger, and also desires, mostly desires. Refrained desires, wishes, like in a pen. A pen like that pen when you put a soup in and it boils up and it has a cap on and it has nowhere to exit. You put many desires there, like unconscious desire, unconscious uh, anger, unconscious needs, or maybe conscious. Doesn't have to be unconscious. And at some point, there is too much, and it blows up, and it becomes impulsivity. So I know it's a difficult subject, but yeah, impulsivity is the spontaneous, like you feel like ah, la, 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 la. That's impulsivity. Compulsivity is when you feel like ah, la, 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 but you hold it in, and then that thought, because I cannot say it loud here, I cannot sing here, I cannot do that, I'm not allowed to do that. That becomes compulsive, because compulsive is something. Maybe we should have used different words for this, but because compulsive also means like compulsory, like obligated. It's nothing like that. It's what completely different thing. I give another example. For example, this is a beautiful example. Uh, you are, I don't know, a child. You were told by your father, ketchup is the best. You don't need mustard. Mustard is bad. It has horseshoe radish in it. It smells bad. It's not good for lungs. It's not good for blah blah blah. And you always use ketchup on your fries, and use that ketchup. And at some point you look at the mustard in the fridge, because there is mustard. And they say, no mustard. Ketchup is the best. Ketchup is the best. And at some point, you get bored of ketchup, and that mustard starts shining up in the fridge, and you look at it, and you want to bite your lip, and say, no. I won't use mustard. Ketchup is the best. I won't touch that mustard. And at some point, this becomes compulsive. Like you will lay in your bed or play a video game, and you will see the mustard how you say can pop up, and say at some point you either understand and try it, and that's understanding is not impulsivity, or you find yourself I don't know sleepwalking, going to the fridge, taking the mustard and eating it all. That's impulsive. Like you cannot hold it in. You do that. Also, another example of compulsive is when you are, for example, at a funeral, and you are not allowed, like, you have to be sad. You have to be sad. And out of nowhere, a joke comes into your mind, or a funny picture or something. You say to yourself, I'm at a funeral. I cannot look at funny pictures. I cannot see things like that. I have to hold it in. And that because every thought and every image that we have inside has a life of its own. It wants to survive and not to be pushed away. And the more you push something away that wants to come up in the conscious, like in the aware state, the more you push it away, the more it fights to come up. Because it's not like in life, real life, like that can, for example, that can over there, it stays there. But in the mind, thoughts are very moving. They want to leave. You say, you stay there now. You stay there. Okay, I stay there in real life. But in thoughts, like in the mind, that cup will start moving. I told you to stay there. And it becomes compulsive. That has has a life of its own, and yeah, you can put it to its place. But by ignoring, because I want to give him a solution, I ignore. Okay, that can moves, flies. I don't care. I don't like that mug. I don't like that color. But yeah, it's coming to towards me and goes back and forth. If you ignore, if you focus on something else, if you don't care and understand that cup, then it will go away. Okay.